We're Betty and Ken Foote, and today we're going to be harvesting Christmas greens, which we've been working at since the 1980s. So we'll just get on with what I'm holding is balsam, and known to the florist industry as noble fir or silver fir, because when it gets cold, it's silver on the back. You don't collect your boughs until after the first frosts come up in the mountains, because that sets the needles. So at the end of October, if you're up high, you can begin to collect. So Ken's just going to show you how to bale. This is a hand, and in balsam it's only 3 pieces, because your hand should weigh about 2 pounds, and 3 pieces of balsam will weigh that much. So we 10 hands make a bale, and one hand goes one way, the next hand goes the other way. This is so you can thread your rope through the hands, and it'll stay firm when you're throwing it in the back of the truck or whatever you're doing with it. Yeah. You have a knot, just a slip knot in the end of your rope, and you pull it up tight. So when it's received in a floral shop, they only have to pull on the rope and it comes apart. They don't have to cut it or anything. Basically, the species that we collect are cedar and balsam, white pine. We don't do Doug fir till the very end of the season because it doesn't hold up. We never collect hemlock because the needles drop. And I can't think of, other than the red huck and the red osier, that's about it. The evergreen bales, cedar, balsam, whatever your evergreens are, sell for $20 a bale. And there's 10 hands to a bale, so we're getting $2 a hand. When you give it to the retailer, he then doubles the price, so everything we sell, it's doubled when it goes to the public. Yeah, when we do cedar, Ken will tip the branches and they fall to the ground, and he'll even maybe go ahead of me a ways, and then I come along with my elastic bands and pick them up and put them together, and it's a quick way for the two of us to work together and get good production. We usually start to pick at the end of October, and by the end of October it's been very cold up in the mountain. We have to wait until we've had a few frosts to set the needles on the boughs. So we start the end of October, and by the 10th or so of December, the stores don't buy anymore. Everybody's decorated their houses, and that's the end of it. We can go home. So from probably the second week in October till the second week in December, that's our season. This is called red huck, and it's just huckleberry bushes, and when it gets very cold up in the alpine and they drop their needles, it turns bright red. This is used in all sorts of things. We use it in wreathing, and it's used in floral displays. It's really popular at Christmas time, and quite hard to get some years. We put 2 one way, 2 another way, until we have 8 done.
10.
And then we put 1 each way on the top. And you try to make your bale as small as possible, because you're going to be hauling truckloads, so if you have huge bales, you're not going to get as much to the market as you could if you make them tight and small. This bale we would sell for $25. We sell to retail outfits. We do nurseries and florist shops. You may not get quite that much from a wholesaler if you're selling to a wholesaler, but you can pick more for the wholesaler. He'll buy more of a product. This is red osier dogwood, and it's used in the floral industry. We pick it 4 feet long because it doesn't go in floral arrangements. It usually goes in urns, and they're at the entrance to, in a hallway or at the entrance to a home, and very popular at Christmas time. We get $30 a bale, $3 a hand. There's 10 pieces in a hand, so you get 30 cents a stick for red osier. You can make good money doing that. Yeah. This is white pine, sometimes called princess pine. It should be a nice blue-green in color. The darker the green of all your evergreens, the better the quality. So you judge by color. And pine, of course, is really popular for its aroma at Christmas time, and it's mostly in all floral arrangements. It's baled in the same way as the other evergreens, with 2 one way, 2 the other way. And a quick check when you're working in the woods to make sure you haven't got everything too long is just a measurement from your knee to the ground is a perfect length for evergreen boughs. All the evergreens are 20. The huck is harder to get, so it's $25 a bale. And of course, the red osier, we get 30, so we like picking it. It's very simple to become a bough collector. You need very little equipment. You need elastic bands for your hands. You need baling twine is great and cheap for doing up your bales, and a pole for pruning and reaching up the tree. And actually a pair of clippers or secateurs are, certainly you must have them. And so these would cost about $25. Your pole was $69. You can buy enough baling twine to keep you for a couple of years for about $50. And Staples has these big wide elastic bands that are perfect for making hands at a very cheap price. We do this just to augment our income, and we call it our fun money because we have fun collecting it, and then we have fun spending it. We go south in the winter and it pays for our holiday. So